Last year was very challenging. We began our year, as many of us know, with the death of a beloved colleague. I'm not asking anybody in this chamber to ever limit your views, limit your passion, fight for the things you believe in, but I ask you not fight each other, because I don't think many of you really understand what your colleagues are going through. We have multiple members battling cancer. We have members whose children are in need of prayer, people who have lost in-laws, spouses, grandfathers. This is all in the last 3 months in this chamber. So just when you take a second and the committees start, I know someone's going to annoy you. Someone's going to say something you don't like. I would ask that you take that in stride and just remember you never know what somebody's dealing with, okay? Is that a fair thing we can all do that we've done the last couple of years? I think so. And my last thing I wanted to do, too, is just talk about, I know it's an election year, and I know those are difficult. It tests the culture that I think we've created in this chamber a little bit, because by their very nature, elections are adversarial, right? And so part of that, too, is when you come back for a session, everybody forgets about the things you did last year. It's like spring training in baseball, Representative Cheeseman. You win 101 games last year, and nobody cares. They want to know how many games you're going to win this year. So I understand that in government, we don't run for government. We don't run for these offices expecting things to be stagnant, right? We expect to make progress. And we expect that issues that creep up, issues that are new or unsolved or need help, that we'll step up to the plate to do that. But I also, having the vantage point of sitting up here, have watched over the last 3 years some pretty remarkable things that you all have done. Not one side, not you, all of you have done. So as we think about 2024, and we do have things we have to address, we have policies we have to work on, funding things we have to make better. Can I just remind you all of what you have all done for the last 3 years for the state of Connecticut and the people you represent? Did you know that it was you guys, by yourselves, right, with the Senate and the governor, who cut taxes for income taxes, on pensions, annuities, and IRAs? It was you guys who created the first in the nation baby bonds program, so that every person born gets a check. It was you guys who created the Community Investment Fund 2030, which is the most innovative bond program in the state history, maybe except for Yukon 2000. It was you guys who made sure the business community doesn't owe unemployment loans because we paid it back for them. It was you guys who established a tiered pilot that has sent over $200 million to the poorest cities in the state of Connecticut. It was you guys who did House Bill 5001, which is the greatest investment in mental health services in the history of the state. It was you guys who did 5001 last year to do more for people with intellectual and physical disabilities than any legislature had previously done. It was you guys who gave $150 million, the largest ECS increase in state history, and held every town harmless. It was you guys who repealed welfare liens, a program that stigmatized people and took away their assets when they thought they were clear and had put their lives back together and bought a house. It was you guys who raised the earned income tax credit to its highest level in history. I don't say that to be political, because you all did that. All of that was bipartisan. All of it. So as we recognize the challenges of 2024, I can say as your speaker, I'm very proud of the things that you've done for the last 3 years. It doesn't mean we don't have to do more this year, but don't ever forget the things that you have done to put this state on better footing. I appreciate you all.